want so badly to include Guerlain in the shot, but then it's just like awkward, like, hey guys, how's it going? Me down in the bottom corner, but just so you know, he's up there, but we're down here. Hello everyone! This is a super requested video. I know quite a few of you saw my Get Ready With Me where I used the Tarte / Graveyard Girl collection, and you were like, oh no, but you didn't swatch the lip colors. Can't we get like a full review? Of course, you guys, of course, that's what I'm here for. I'm sorry I didn't say that in the video, that was totally my fault. But yes, of course, I got the eye palette and both of the lip paints from Tarte and their collaboration with Graveyard Girl here on YouTube. I did not get any of this as PR. If you follow me on Snapchat, little plug here, I'm just at ThriftThick like I am on all of my social media. I was there the day that it came out on Tarte's website and everything with all the mayhem and the site crashing and everything. Somehow I was lucky enough where it all went through. I don't know how that happened, but I'm really glad it did because I really wanted to do this review for you guys. I really wanted to support Bunny. I have probably been watching her, it's 5, 6 years, I have no idea. I feel like I probably started watching her maybe a year or so after she started her channel. She had the blonde and black hair. She talked about paranormal activity type stuff. She's pretty different now, I mean, to say the least. You know, she's very eccentric, she's very out there, she's more geared toward the younger generations, but I still watch her because, I don't know, nostalgia or what, I just like her as a person. I think, at least from what I can tell, I've never met her in person or anything, but she just seems very kind-hearted, you know, best intentions and all that stuff, so having been a longtime viewer and everything, I really wanted to be able to support her in this collection. I mean, not that my contribution really matters, you know, like, she's got, what, over 7 million followers? Like, if I wasn't gonna buy this stuff, someone else would have, but, you know, I still wanted to, you know, just like if they were your friend in real life, you want to support them. So I really was excited about this launch and everything, and I'm excited to have the products. I mean, the lip colors are definitely two colors, like, I think these are probably the most worn colors by Bunny in general. Either a red lip or else like kind of a greigey mauve color. So I think those were great choices. And then also the actual eyeshadows in the eye and cheek palette here. These definitely remind me of her. I feel like she wears a lot of purples and then also like orangey nudes. And then of course the packaging is totally Bunny. She's all kind of about like that down home Texas, I don't know, she calls it swamp, but to me it's just kind of like rustic Texas type of a feel. At the end of her videos, she always says that when you subscribe to her channel, you give an alligator its wings, and so of course we've got the winged gator on here. It's got this nice wood, like faux wood texture to it, so it's got the divots and everything. I just feel like this is ASMR heaven, am I right? Can we get a small little clip of that? And the back of the palette is blank, so it's all just that nice texture. The inside here is gold. I really love like the shape and everything of this palette. I don't know, it's just a good thickness to me where it's not so thin that it feels flimsy, but like it's light-ish weight, so it's not like heavy to pick up, but it's not so light that it feels cheap. I think the packaging is really nice on this. It's got the magnetic closure, and then when you open it up, you can say hello to yourself, hey! On the mirror here, it's not just a sticker, it's like actually engraved on here. It says, believe in yourself, love yourself, embrace your individuality, which I definitely think applies to Bunny. She's all about being your own person, you know, and loving yourself for that, so. And then the actual palette, you've got the 3 face products, so you've got a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight, and then you've got the 9 eyeshadows here that are a mix. There's some mattes, some satins, some shimmers, and some glittery shades. And then you also get this actually really nice brush included. It's got like the faux wood handle, or is it real? I don't know. It reminds me of like their Air Bookie foundation brush handle type of a thing, and it's really soft. It's just dense enough, but not too dense. I think this is a really nice brush here. And then in terms of the packaging for the lip paints, it's the same as all of the Tarte lip paints. I have done a first impression review / let's test video on those, so if you want to watch that, you can definitely check it out. I'll have it linked down below for you. But you know, it's their standard, what would you call this, acrylic plastic packaging, and it's got the black caps with Bunny's signature on it. I mean, it's pretty plain and simple. simple. The actual applicator is like a long-ish doe foot. It's got a slight slant to it, if you can see that there. And the actual lip paints are a very moussey texture, but very, 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 very light. So I guess just to keep on going with the lip paints, I guess I can show you swatches and everything here. The first one is the shade Texas Toast. There was much more availability on this one than the red shade, but Texas Toast is a very pretty mauve-y gray color, but very light on both of those. Or maybe I should say pale. So it's like a dusty pink mixed with a mauve mixed with a gray, all combined together. It's one of those colors that will definitely shift on people, so it's gonna look different on every single person. On me, it's one step above corpse-like. So it's like a pretty non-corpse. Like, I might be dead in a week, but I'm not quite there yet. I actually quite like it on me. It's a bit different, and I don't think I have anything in my collection quite this color, which is amazing because I have a huge freaking lipstick collection, if you know me. But overall, it's very pretty. It goes on opaque enough. You know, these are very thin, but they can be built up no problem. But like when you build them up, it doesn't get all crusty and thick and gloppy or anything. It's just nice pigment. And next up we have Swamp Family. This is the red color, so obviously Swamp Family is alluding to what she calls her followers. This one was in very limited quantities. I don't know why they did that. I mean, probably like any other brand, they like to do limited quantities, so people are like, I gotta buy it, you know? But this one is, you know, a classic bunny color. This is a bunny red. It's more in the orange red category, but it does have a very, very, very slight blue undertone to it. It's almost more of like a pink berry red or like a cherry red. So it's not quite a true red, but I mean, it's a red lipstick, don't get me wrong. This one is a little bit patchy, I think, but you can build it up and get rid of the patchiness and it looks just fine. I was just surprised it's a bit sheerer. So like I've been saying, I really think both of these colors were well picked out by Bunny or whoever. I'm assuming it was Bunny. As far as I know, she had the control over what the colors were going to be. Obviously, she's not like a makeup chemist or anything, like how many YouTubers actually are. I know I'm not. I think she did a great job. Like, these speak very true to her, and especially because they are a matte formula. I really like the Tarte lip paints. I feel like they are a very, like, you're gonna love them or you're gonna hate them, because they're not like a classic liquid matte lipstick, but that's what I like about them. If you've tried the matte Lip Surgeons pencils from Tarte, I could be totally wrong about this, but I feel like they phased those out in order to put these in, or they phased them out to put the lippy lingeries in. I haven't tried those yet, but these feel almost identical to those matte Lip Surgeons pencils, which I personally love. Like I said earlier, they are a thin consistency, but they provide that little bit, or, well, it's not a lot of bit of moisture, but like your lips don't feel dry at all. And when you first put them on, they do have a little bit of a sheen to them, but they definitely dry down, so they do have that matte look, but they don't dry down to the point where they're going to be transfer proof. I mean, see? So, you know, you have to be careful throughout the day. Like, if you're gonna be drinking out of a cup, or if you're gonna be eating something, like if I were about to go and eat a veggie burger or something, like I would take this off first, because otherwise it would be all over my chin and just a mess. But that being said, they're easy because you can wipe them off super easily, you can layer on top of them super easily. Like, they're just very fuss proof in the traditional lipstick sense, you know what I mean? Like, with some matte liquid lipsticks, it's like you have to bring some sort of an oil-based remover or something, because you can't reapply them on top of themselves, because then they're gonna get all crumbly and nasty. But you know, so I can totally see why some people would not like these, but I also see the huge appeal in them because I personally really like them. I would say my lips feel moisturized and everything, you know, after a meal or between meals or whatever, where there's like that 6 or 7 hour span there. My lips don't feel dry in the slightest. I would say like starting at that 7 hour mark, that's when they start to feel a little bit dry, but at that point, you know, I'm gonna want to reapply anyways, just to kind of touch it up and everything. If I'm not eating, it looks pretty much perfect throughout that whole span. Like, I'm a big fan of these Tarte lip paints, I really am. So moving on to the cheek and eye palette here. I don't know why, like, all the people that got this for PR, I feel like, at least that I watched, and even Bunny herself, do not mention that this smells like chocolate. Like, this smells like a tamer version of the Too Faced chocolate bar palettes. It's delicious. Maybe it's because I'm a chocolate addict. And anytime there's even like slight chocolate in my presence, I'm just like, where is it? Gimme, 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 I want. This palette. I have so many mixed feelings and I feel terrible about it because like I said, I love Bunny, and me critiquing this palette, please don't take it as me critiquing Bunny as a person or anything. Like, I love her. I still love her. I will still watch her videos. Like, don't get me wrong. And I don't feel like I wasted my money either because A, I really wanted to support Bunny, B, I love Tarte as a brand, and C, I really wanted this palette. Like, it had good potential and everything, and I have been enjoying it for what it's worth. However, if you are not a fan of Bunny, I wouldn't waste your money on this. I feel like only people who like Bunny and her channel, Graveyard Girl, those are the people that are going to be able to get over the flaws of this palette, because they're like, you know, like it's got tons of fallout and the glitter is a mess and blah blah blah, but like it's Bunny, so I want to use it. Like, that's kind of the mentality I feel like that goes with this palette. So if you don't like Bunny, you're going to use it and you're going to be like, this is crap. Like, what the heck is up with these eyeshadows? They're awful. Okay, so first off, we've got the face stuff. So we have got Sweet Tea, which is the bronzer. We've got Does This Thing Really Work, which is the blush, and then we've got Gator Wings, which is the highlight. Sweet Tea, I personally can't use. Like, it is way too orangey and just wrong on me, and it's got sparkle in it, which I personally don't want on my face, really, unless it's like a blush or highlight. So Sweet Tea for me is definitely going to be used as an eyeshadow. It is very soft, it is very smooth, like just a delicious texture. It's really, really nice. Does This Thing Really Work is the blush. It's also soft, not quite as buttery and smooth, probably because of the heavier shimmer in it. It's very defined, you know, it's a very sheened look. And then the actual blush is like a mauve-y, plummy pink color, so it's very pretty. And then Gator Wings is a very chunky glitter highlight, like immense glitter. This is not shimmer, this is glitter. It's also got like a sheen to it. So it's a shimmer, but then it also has tons of glitter in it. So it's a mixture. It's a glimmer. Or would it be a, oh, I can't call it a shimmer. I have children that watch my channel. But so yeah, we'll call it a glimmer. And it's very pretty, but you can go very, very overboard. I don't know that I personally would wear this as an actual cheek highlight very often. I'm not wearing it on my cheeks today, but I do like it in the inner corner. So like, The color overall is a really pretty like champagne gold type of a thing, and it is nice, but there you go. So the face products to me in here are kind of like meh, meh, but like they're there and I appreciate them. Now the eyeshadows. I adore Tarte eyeshadows. At least in my experience, they have always been beautiful and so nice to work with. These are all very nice to work with in the sense that they blend very nicely, but the glitter in these and the shimmer, oh my gosh, horrendous. And then also the fallout on these is horrendous, regardless of whether it's a glitter shade or not, which is sad because I've never had that experience with Tarte shadows before. This first row of shadows, we have got hashtag SFS, which stands for Swamp Family Strong. We have got Natural Peaches, is her nickname for her little gang, her couple of best friends or whatever. And then we have the shade Dog Man, which is her nickname for her boyfriend. Hashtag SFS is a very traditional champagne shimmer shade. It is nothing special, I hate to say. It's very standard, I feel like, in eyeshadow palettes. And then Natural Peaches is a very kind of a peachy sand color, and it is a matte. It's got a ton of kickback, which you can see in the palette itself, but it's a really good like either all over lid color or transition shade. Is it super standouty, like super different? No, but it has its purpose and I do like it. And then Dog Man, I really like. This one is super pigmented. It is a very rich orangey brown copper shade, and it's got like multi-dimensional shimmer, so kind of like pink and gold mainly is what it focuses on. that shimmer falls out basically, so it doesn't really last. And then the second row here, we've got Big Baby. It's like a matte creamy white color, so for me it's basically the color of my skin, and it's really good for like under the brow bone and stuff, just to cancel out veins and whatnot. But it's a very creamy matte. That one is traditional in my eyes to what Tarte shadows usually are like. And then right next to it is Sassy Bun, which is a pretty typical gold color. It's like an orangey gold though, and it does look beautiful on the eyes. It really does. I've got this all over my lid today, and it's just a traditional shimmer shade, so it's really pigmented. It's nice to work with. That one doesn't have much of any, if any, fallout. And then next to that, we have got the biggest offender, which is Sippy Sippy. This is a traditional chocolate brown, a very warm chocolate brown to go with the orange tones in the palette, and it's got huge chunky gold glitter on it. However, once that goes on your eyes, it basically just falls right off. So this turns into a pretty much matte brown color. I mean, here, I'll do a little swatch for you. You can see tons of glitter, right? Couple blows, there's maybe 5 flecks left in there, you know? That's really disappointing to me personally. I think Sippy Sippy is my least favorite shade out of all of these, because really it just turns into a standard brown. And I know you could probably use like some sort of a setting spray or Fix Plus or whatever, but I personally don't like to get my eyeshadows wet. It just causes hard pan a lot of the time, and I don't like it. And then the last row, we have got the shade Haunting. I would say Haunting is the most beautiful original color in the palette, and it is so nice to use. This is another one that is very typical Tarte beautiful eyeshadow quality to me. This one is a mix between a satin and a shimmer shade. It's a very light lavender pink color, but then it's got like these iridescent bluish purple shimmer flecks to it. And next to that, we have the shade Uncommon, and this one is kind of a frost shimmer. It's like a muted pale plum color, like a very, very, very pale plum. And it's very pretty. It's not completely a unique shade, but like it works with the other shadows in this collection, and I really like it. The formula is quite nice, but there is quite a bit of fallout on that one as well. And then next to that, we have got Man Cat, which is named for Bunny's old cat that has unfortunately since passed away. This one is a conundrum to me. It looks pretty dang matte, and for the most part it is. I don't know if the shimmer in there is just from the fallout of the other shadows that has just gotten onto it, but it seems like there is the tiniest bit of shimmer laced in with that matte. It's a pretty crumbly matte shade. It's mostly good, but it does have a bit of a drier texture and takes quite a bit more blending than other matte shades from Tarte, but it's a really nice muted plum, and it's a nice color to have. So there you go. There's that. I think the colors are beautiful. I really do. You can get quite a few different looks from this. I mean, I obviously have them all over my eyes today. I will be including like a mini tutorial at the end of this so you can see how I did it, since so many of you, what was this? The past couple videos now, I feel like I've been wearing this eye look and people have said, oh my gosh, please do a tutorial. It's very easy. You'll be able to see it in just a second here, but like I feel like I've said a million times, this palette, oh, I hate saying this, it kills me. It's nothing special. There, I said it. If you're not a Bunny fan, you probably have all of these shades already, minus Haunting. Like I said, I feel like that one is really unique. But otherwise, you probably have every single one of these, minus the chunky glitter in Gator Wings. But like the rest of them, you pretty much have, and some of them you probably already have in better quality, aka Sippy Sippy. There are so many more beautiful gold shimmer brown shadows out there, and where the shimmer actually will show up on your lids and last. But like at the same time, it's like these colors really do represent Bunny. These are the shades that I feel like she typically uses on her lids. So to me, it makes sense that this was the color selection, you know, because this is very her. I know she said there were some complaints like, yeah, these are such standard shadows, shades, blah blah blah, like why didn't you include like a green for like a gator green? And you know, just like she said, she doesn't wear green eyeshadows, you know, like she wanted to keep these colors that she uses, and for that I appreciate that, and I can really appreciate this palette because it's Bunny. you know? But without that appreciation of her as a person and for her channel and everything, like, this palette isn't gonna do it for you. You're gonna be like, I basically have this palette 20 times already in my collection. And that's fine, you probably do. Overall, I'm happy with this, and I've been loving using it since I've gotten it these past couple weeks. I think this palette is really well made. Yeah, some of the shadows, you know, you've really got to work with, you have to be careful about fallout, blah, 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 blah. But like I said, because I am someone who's been following Bunny for so long and I enjoy her as a person, I personally don't mind it. But at the same time, I know a lot of Bunny's fans have been really disappointed with this palette because the quality isn't completely awesome and completely up to Tarte's standards. I don't think so anyways. And like I said, quite a few people have also expressed those type of feelings. The lip paints, however, these are perfect. These are exactly like all the other lip paints that I've tried from Tarte. They're really good. I mean, you can see over the course of this video, this has dried down to a matte looking texture, but you know, I like that I can rub my lips together. With like typical liquid matte lipsticks, you can't rub your lips together because it's just like rubbing chalk together. Ugh. But this, it's nice and creamy, my lips feel hydrated enough, and it's just nice. So, lip paints, A+, as per usual. The palette, B-. I would give it a B-. And I feel terrible saying that, you guys, I really do. I hope that this review can be seen in a positive light, or at least as positive as possible. I do. I feel bad giving it a bad grade like that, but I have to be true to you guys. I can't lie to you, you know? If you've watched me using any of these shadows, you can see the fallout everywhere. Like, I can't be like, there's no fallout, this palette is perfect. But, I've said it a million times, if you love Bunny, you love Graveyard Girl, you love Tarte, I think you will be happy with this palette if you can get your hands on it. If not, I wouldn't waste your time, I wouldn't waste your money, I doubt you're going to in the first place, you know? Bunny, I love you. I really love you. I think you did a great job picking out colors. But, you know, you're not a makeup chemist. I don't know if you had any say in the glitter fallout and craziness of some of those shadows. I don't know. Do I blame Tarte? Do I blame Bunny? I don't know. I don't like being like, blame, blame, blame. I would just rather say, this is the palette as a whole. These were the pros, these were the cons. Take them, leave them, whatever you would like. And then also in terms of release dates, obviously Tarte.com I'm pretty sure is sold out, done. I believe Sephora already did theirs. There will be times to come. I'm gonna read them for you guys right off of Bunny's information. She has, you know, quite a few videos about the launches and everything, keeping you guys up to date, or else you can follow her on Snapchat so you can find information if you're wondering when and where and if you personally can get your hands on the palette and the lip paints still. So yeah, that is that. I hope I didn't offend anybody or make anybody want to cry. Like, I have to give my honest opinion on this stuff. So I hope this review was helpful for you guys and or enjoyable. If it was, please do go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!
Baggy pants and no sneakers. That was wild. I didn't know what to think about that. Didn't know what to think about that. Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. I went to this club, right? And they had no baggy pants and no sneakers. That was wild. I didn't know what to think about that. Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop.